way, and I help give advice and share my experience with gig work. I'm actually on my way to Walmart right now to pick up an order. But I wanted to talk to you guys about how to increase your tips with every delivery that you're doing or order that you're picking up. And one thing that I really stress, and it's also a pet peeve of mine, is customer service. Like, if your customer service sucks, you don't have to necessarily be a people person. But if you are considerate and you pay attention to detail, then that will get you by. However, if you are not that type of person, then your tips might slack. Because whenever you're dropping off an order, and this can go for anything, this can go for UberEats, Roadie, Instacart, whatever you're doing, as far as gig work is concerned, these tips can be applied to every single one of those situations in gig work. So one thing is, pay attention to your customer service. Make sure that, like, say for instance, if the customer is leaving notes for you to pick up some extra sauce, or make sure that there's napkins, or don't put the groceries right in front of the door. I still don't get how people and why people do that, but my only guess with that is that they're trying to hurry up, get it done, and rush off to the next thing. But then you could potentially be, decreasing your tips, when really last night I got a 13, because I was doing Uber Eats after I did Walmart Spark. I got a $13, almost $14 tip and an $11 tip. And that was, I don't exactly know why, but I know that I tried to treat people how I would want to be treated. I've never ordered from Walmart to get groceries delivered, but I've ordered Uber Eats and DoorDash and stuff like that. And I see, what would I want to do? How would I want, someone to treat me and my groceries or my food? What would I want to do? Or how would I want to be treated? And that's what I tried to do for my customers, or my customers that I'm delivering to. I'm driving, y'all, while I'm trying to record this. I probably shouldn't be doing that, but I'm out here gigging. So anyway, customer service, pay attention, be detail oriented, read the customer's notes, make sure you're following the directions. If it says do not knock, don't knock on the door. If it says do not ring, don't ring on the door. Ring the doorbell. Just try your best to pay attention. Sometimes it might slip our mind, or we might forget, out of just habit of knocking on someone's door or ringing the doorbell or something like that. But that's why I'm saying you have to just pay attention and become a detail oriented person. So another thing, and that was really like, I don't say that's my main advice. Well, it is my main advice. My main advice is customer service. And that is what's gonna, really help, increase your tips. And then the other thing is, if you come in contact with the customer, be nice. You know what I'm saying? If it's an elderly person, I don't agree with going into anyone's home or anything like that. Or if someone's disabled and then you got COVID and stuff like that. But sometimes they might need some help, bringing their groceries inside. Now, I'll sit them. The most that I've been into someone's house is probably like in the foyer, but usually I try not to go into anybody's house because I just don't like that. I don't like being in anyone's home, and you just never know, So I very, very rarely do that. I know I had one older lady, she was just like, well, you can't bring them all the way into my kitchen. Like, she wanted me to go all the way up in her house. And I'm like, no, well, I'm not going to request you no more. I was just like, I'm like, well, I'm sorry. She looked able-bodied, like she can do it. She just, I'm like, I can sit these right here and you can move them to your kitchen. It wasn't like she wasn't on no walker or, in a wheelchair or anything like that. I guess she just, anyway. But... So, just try to, just pay attention to these things, because customers really appreciate it when they feel like you're hearing them. Like, say when you're paying attention to the notes that they leave or things like that, they really enjoy that. They really feel like they're being heard. They really feel like you give a damn about, you know, delivering their groceries or their food and stuff. So, you know, just be aware of that. And people, not all the time, but, you know, it's just a rule of thumb. Treat people how you would want to be treated. You know what I'm saying? I hope you guys can hear me. I do not like these loud cars with these mufflers and stuff. They just get on my nerves. Anyway, bear with me. So, another thing to increase your tips would be being on time. You know, don't be lollygagging around. I mean, we're all guilty of it. Maybe we, in between a trip or when we picked up an order, we might have to stop and get some gas, or we ran and got a snack or some food or something like that. You know, customers really appreciate it when you're on time with their stuff and their deliveries. So just try to pay attention to that. And yeah, I mean, just be kind, treat people how you want to be treated, pay attention, make sure your customer service is on point, because this, even though this is a gig type of job and you can just make your own schedule and do what you want to do and stuff like that, that's all well and good, but you still have to have a certain level of professionalism. You definitely, I mean, granted, you're not gonna always hit every mark all the time, and that's just normal, but at least 95%, 99.9, no, not really, but, you know, just at least 90% and above, you need to be making sure that you are, you know, hitting all of these marks and you know, have your time management, your customer service, you're paying attention, being detail oriented. I'm sorry if I'm repeating myself, but I'm really trying to drive this home, because these things can make or break you. It can be a difference between a $7 order and a $17 order, a $5 order and a $10 order. You know what I'm saying? So it makes a difference. And we all know, doing this type of gig work, most of the time on these apps, these customers, they have the option to tip, or they have the option not to tip. So, you know, a lot of our money comes from that tip. So if you want to increase your earnings and stuff like that, pay attention to the advice that I stated in this video and see what happens. I'm sure you will be pleased. All right, talk to you guys later.